Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are around the world. How's everyone doing? I'm doing alright. I have another Valorant video for you today because something dawned on me since my last video and I thought, are Valorant games too long? Well, I can instantly answer that, but it's two answers. It is yes and no because it depends on the context. How have I come to this conclusion? Well, recently I've been getting more and more lengthier games. Obviously it depends on the skill level of each person, but ultimately it depends actually on the game mode if you think about it. So I want to first of all go through game modes and predict what Valorant is going to be like when it releases, and I'm hoping Riot Games do put this system in. So what is that system? Well, first of all, let's see what we have at the moment. We have the unrated. We do have custom game, but we only have unrated. But I think they're going down the Rainbow Six Siege route. But Maverick, what's the Rainbow Six Siege route? Well, for those people that haven't played or don't play Rainbow Six Siege, Siege is split into three. It's split into casual, I know it's been renamed, call me old school, unranked, and ranked. So your casual is what you expect, your kind of casual kind of game mode. They last, what, 20-30 minutes? Not too many rounds. AFKs get replaced, all that kind of stuff that you would expect from a casual game mode. Now, the next one, Unranked, is in between casual and ranked. It has the ranked competitive rules, but it doesn't have a ranked ladder. It doesn't have replacement AFKs, it's got a banning system and all that kind of stuff, and they're doubly as long. They're as long as ranked matches take. They're essentially a practice ranked, and I think that's what Riot Games are doing. Now, when you first fire up Valorant, once you've got your drop, you're all excited and you want to play it, right? You don't think of anything of the name unrated, but then you kind of think about it and think, well, it fits the profile of something like Unranked from Siege. For first of all, I did touch on this in my last video, my first impressions about the AFK system, because I wasn't exactly happy with it, because there is no replacement system. But actually, if you think about it, it fits the role of an unranked type game mode. One, they can be very, very long, and two, there's no AFK replacement, and it's called unrated. I don't think this is their main game mode they brought in. I think this is the middle ground. This isn't competitive, this isn't casual, this is in between. So I think when they launch Valorant fully to everyone, we're going to have some sort of casual mode, and we're going to have competitive on the other side. But this is just in between. Just because on a few factors of the AFK system, the naming convention, and the length and duration of the game mode, because ultimately the game mode determines the length of play. But Maverick, how have you determined that it's too long? Well, now going back to my original question and the original thing for this video, if you think about it, each round of Valorant is 2 minutes 40. You have your buy phase, that's what, 25 seconds? You've got a 2-minute kind of round. Now, if it goes head to head, ultimately very, very close game, you have 12-12. That's over 20 rounds already. And that's 20 rounds of 2 minutes. And that's a lot. Remember, the first team to reach 12 gets match points. They need to win that next round to win the entire game. So it's the first team that gets 13 points that win the match. Do you know how long that is? Because I had one of those games recently. It went 12-12, and we actually won. It was actually a pretty big comeback, I think. And it should be the game that you're seeing right now. It takes 50 minutes for a full game of Valorant to complete. Yeah, it's a long time. It's not your kind of casual kind of thing. But why do I think that's too long? Well, we have an expectation of timings that we apply to our real life. Say you have, I don't know, something that's going on, you need to be somewhere, or you've got something coming up in, goodness, how many minutes, around half an hour. Can you fit this game in terms of Valorant? If you've got 30 minutes, well, no, there's no guarantee you're going to be able to finish that game, because you don't know what's going to happen. That game might take 30 minutes. but it might, on the other hand, take the full 50. And that's what a kind of risk you don't really want to take, especially if it's something important that you need to go to. So, as players, we need that guarantee of the maximum amount of time that we need to complete this game for real life purposes. Obviously, right now in the world, it's a bit different, but when everything goes back to normal, which hopefully should be fairly soon, we're going to have real life stuff in the way, and we can't guarantee that thing. So if we had a game that was more casual and was, say, split in half, the first to 7, that's around 30 minutes, and that's more reasonable for the more casual players that don't want to go into lengthy games or competitive. So that would suit it. And that's essentially how I think that the Valorant games at the moment are too long for casual players, but the timing is perfectly right for ranked or unrated, should I say. Ranked and unrated. Or should I say rated and unrated? That's the right combination of words for Valorant. So yeah, that's why I think that. And it's perfectly reasonable. Obviously, Riot Games could be saying, well, this is actually working as intended. This is the exact length of time that everyone's going to be, regardless. And this video would be out the window. But I like to hope, and I like to kind of speculate what kind of stuff is going to be coming to the game. And I'm really hoping this system is going to be put into place, because I really like that system. It works in Siege, and I'm sure it will work in Valorant. Now, while we're on the subject of game modes, what is a game mode you would like? I know what you're going to say. We have a game mode. That's not what I mean. I mean an extra game mode. Something for a bit of variety, something for a bit of fun. I know, it's a competitive shooter. But that's not to say that casual players do want to have a little bit of variety. Because, well, we do, and we like variety. Variety is good in games. And we like to have a little bit of break from the normal game mode every so often. So, to make it that bit more have variety and a bit more fun, what I was thinking, just the top of my head, something like capture the flag. Except it's capture the spike, you know, it starts in the centre, first to say, 7, and the last spike for match point has to explode. Something like that, along the lines of that, as long as they do it well, and they don't do a blizzard with Overwatch, and they actually get it right first time, that'd be great. But that's just me thinking out loud from my head. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I'd like to know your thoughts down below. Do you think they are too long? Do you agree with what I've said? Do you disagree? I'd like to hear that. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more content like this one, make sure you are subscribed. Hitting the bell icon will make sure you are notified for every single new video coming to the channel. The gaming discussion will be done in the Discord. Links in the description below. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.